Hey guys, Jay here, and in this video today, I know I have just made another video yesterday about this character, and I said that it's probably going to be the last video I'm going to make about the AFK Lazy Juggernaut build, Caswing Stun, but before, any significant upgrade. And, one thing happened after another one, and then today, long story short, I do have a significant upgrade, which is Mr.Mageblood over here. Now, in this video today, I am going to go through all the changes that I have made. That is kind of like trying to fine tune the character a little bit to accommodate the change of the Mageblood, because it does significantly change the way that we build the characters in multiple ways actually, and I am going to go through all the changes in this video. So if this video also means that I have a tested POB for the Mageblood version. So anyone who have a Mageblood, who use a Mageblood on the character, maybe can use it for reference and make a couple of changes to your character. That is going to be, in my opinion, optimal, right? So let's go to it. By the way, the story about the Mageblood is I have 60 divine, 64 to be specific. I spent 60 on an apothecary and 1 divine on some yellow juice, 4,700 yellow juice before I go to sleep yesterday. And then after 3 clicks, I got 5 apothecary, and that is the story of this Mageblood. It does cost me a couple more divines to get 4 flasks. I think it's 7 divine, which on average is not lucky, but hey, 4 free apothecary, right? I just like 5 times my amount of money. So cannot complain, cannot complain. Sorry. A little bit under the weather. But anyway, first of all, obviously the flask is going to change because we are having a Mageblood right now. So 4 magic flasks, and we have 1 unique, which in my opinion, Ball of Faith here is pretty good. It is relatively cheap compared to other option, which is like Progenesis. Progenesis is going to give you like 20% more tankiness, but Ball of Faith is going to give you like roughly 10% more damage, right? So your choice. But I think I'm tanky enough to do at least all the things that I want. Maybe if I want to push more in tier 17, maybe I will need the Progenesis. I'm not sure. The Progenesis for a full life character, so no reserve, no petrified blood, is actually extremely strong. So that can be an option in the future if I just get a lot more money. Not a lot, a little bit more money. But right now I am pretty damn broke, as you can see here. The other gear actually stays the same compared to the character yesterday. However, the gems actually change quite a lot. The jewels and the passive skill tree change quite a lot. So I will go through the flask first. So first of all, the 4 flasks I'm using here is all the resistant flasks, 1 of each. And the sorry, I will be coughing a little bit in this video today because I cannot help it. So we are having Sapphire, Ruby, Topaz with increased effect. Obviously the regular Mageblood thing. You will have to roll 65% increased effect on the enchant with Enkindling Orb, so you can use this one on your flask and they will become like this. You need 65% or more increased effect in order to have the threshold of these 3 flasks having 9% maximum resistances, which allows you to cap maximum resistances with just the flask, the body armor, and then 1 single mastery over here. So this is 1%. The flask give 9% and 5% from here. So 75 go to 90. We always have 90% resistances very easily, right? The still have the regenerate 3%, very nice, and 15% damage taken, super nice. The other thing that I'm using that I have not been using in previous versions. So right now I am not using the armor, increased armor on the flask anymore. I am having avoid being shot, and you need this one to be 52% or above. The reason why is you need to get 100%, and with 100% of chance to avoid being shot from the Mageblood Flask, and we are using the Storm Shroud. So Storm Shroud and this Flask will give me chance to avoid, yeah, just avoid all, basically. So that is pretty nice. So yeah, we are avoiding all the ailment, and that include sap, scorch, sap, and brittle. So we still have ailment immunity in this one. Why do I change this out? Because right now I'm not using purity of element anymore. This allow us to not use purity of element because we have so much resistances from the Mageblood Flask already, so we don't need purity of element. So this is another way to deal with elemental ailments. The aura that I'm using right now is Determination. So Determination just simply gives us a lot of armor. We have like 35 to 40k in the previous version with the exact same gear mostly. Right now I'm having 75k. The Determination, you can buy a level 21, which is not expensive, and use it in your shield here, in the slot of Calling Strike here. I happen to got this myself from killing the Exarch, the normal one, and then I just throw a Vow Orb, and I got a level 23 Determination. So this allowed me to just have one single slot, which is not important, to be honest. But this allowed me to use Calling Strike and Flame Dash, Calling Strike. Other than that, just remove this one. If you have a normal Dawnbreaker, then you don't need the Determination level 23. It is a little bit extra. It is not too significant. Level 21 is all fine. All right. So the gems, I also changed out Molten Shell. The reason why is one of the Mageblood Flask is immune to bleeding and corrupted blood. So I don't need to worry about bleeding anymore, so I can remove the shitty steel skin, which the entire purpose of that skill is to remove bleeding. But now we are immune to bleeding already, and now we can be immune to corrupted blood as well. So 2 birds, 1 stone. I really like this modifier on the Flask if I have a Mageblood, and so it allowed me to use Molten Shell and Vow Molten Shell as well. Technically, you don't need Vow Molten Shell, but I think it is a button that is good to have. Sometimes, for example, if you want to try to put character into harder content, tank like a Pinnacle Slam or something like that, then Vow Molten Shell can just help you to do that. Technically, it becomes not AFK, but hey, it is uber Pinnacle, right? So yeah, Molten Shell. Why do I not use Immortal Core even though I have like infinite endurance charge sustained due to being a Juggernaut? Well, I will explain a little bit. So in here, if I have Immortal Core, right? Okay, so if I unticked both of them, you will see this is the normal hit pool. If I take on Immortal Core, it goes crazy high. If I just take on Vow Molten Shell, and this is Vow Molten Shell by the way, let's just enable normal Molten Shell. If I go to normal Molten Shell here, my physical hit is nowhere near as high as Immortal Core, right? As you can see, there is a massive difference in number, like almost double in terms of like total hit pool for Molten Shell and Immortal Core. But the thing you need to think about Immortal Core is when it popped, right? The moment that Immortal Core popped, it actually also removed all the endurance charges. So for a very brief little moment before you get all your charges back up, you are actually having less physical max hit. So that is not good at all. In my opinion, that is way worse than actually just having Molten Shell. That is just my opinion. In reality, right now, so far, I cannot tell the difference. But the Vow Molten Shell is a pretty good button to press as well. Sometimes when it comes to like super hard content, it can help you out. So yeah, I decided to go for Molten Shell, but you know, your choice, right? Immortal Core is also good. Also, for Molten Shell looks just better to me. like graphically. So, all right, that is all the gems setup and the gear. The later part of the changes is going to be in the passive skill tree. So I am removing Rational Doctrine. Rational Doctrine is giving me consecrated ground 100% of the time, which I don't need anymore, to be honest, because I don't need the regen anymore because I have so much extra regen from the Ruby Flask. So sustain the Righteous Fire is way too easy. So we don't need Rational Doctrine for the consecrated ground. And sometimes we do have consecrated ground on boss fight when we need it from the Bolt of Faith, which is a much better version anyway. So I remove that Rational Doctrine. That allow me to put in Storm Shroud in order to deal with elemental ailments, right? So it works out very well. The lightning resistances on the skill tree here, I actually remove them all, and I choose to go for reduced effect of curses on you. So this is 9 points of reduced effect of curses times 6, that is 54%, and you are having 50% naturally from the hateful accursor. So you always have more than 100% reduced effect of curses on you unconditionally, and sometimes conditionally you have additional 50% due to the consecrated ground, right? And because I don't need the resistant anymore, and I don't need extra curses, so right here I am using the 4% chance to consume courses to recover 10% of maximum life. Maybe while mapping, sometimes in like less recovery maps or things like that, it can help with sustaining. I don't think it's significant, but you know, it is something that technically can be useful in some cases, and we do not need anything else from, you know, these two passive anyway. So I just throw this one in here. You can leave it as lightning resist, it's okay, it doesn't matter, right? The passive skill tree, we are removing this whole mastery and maximum resistances because we already capped 90% all maximum refs, so we don't need the nomadic teaching anymore. We are no longer having cannot be impaled, but let's see. So far the physical max hit we got is much improved as well, so I think it overall will be good. So I am removing 1 regen point from here as well, and I have 1 2 3 4 5, right? So 1 2 3, and I got 1 2 3 here. I think I removed another small life point in here as well. So I'm having 3 points in here, 3 points in here. The purpose of this is to get more life, but enemies cannot leech life from you. Actually is pretty damn good in maps. This build sometimes struggle with killing the like rare or unique monsters that have leech, because they leech life, they do not die quickly, and then they regen life, so they are pretty much immortal. And this just solved a lot of problems for mapping. And it is also pretty good 3 points for 16% life, so a little bit more than 5% per point, and then cannot leech. So that is pretty good, 3 points. And the last 3 points I'm spending in here, 1 2 and 3, for a additional jewel socket, because right now I am using determination. So you either use Sublime Vision like this one, so you have 1 additional endurance charge, which is very nice, right? 30% increased effect of aura, which is just determination. We are using only 1 aura, so this synergy like extremely well with a Juggernaut, with endurance charges stacking, with determination using. If this one, by the way, if this one right now, this one is 5 7, you know, whatever the amount of divine here, but naturally the Sublime Vision is very low in supply, so you can technically use a Watcher's Eye. The Watcher's Eye, I think the best modifier for a Watcher's Eye in this case, specifically for this build, is trying to get 8% physical mitigation while affected by determination. Just that one roll is actually massive, because true physical mitigation is way better than armor in most cases, right? So yeah, that is going to be the changes. Is there anything else in here? So I have 2 levels left for 100 still, because I've not been playing too much. So 2 levels, potentially I will probably get 2 life point in here. But you can choose to get 2 amplify here. Area of effect and amplify, that is going to be good as well. I personally would get 2 life point because I actually have had this one. If I have 6% over here, I will have a little bit over 7k. So that is a number that I like a little bit more than 6.7k. So yeah, your choice, your choice. It doesn't matter, right? Personally, again, I would go for 12% life for 2 point. Okay, my throat is killing me. All right, so that is the character. And let's just try to run through this map over here. Wait a minute. Is there one? I think there's one that I have that the boss is ghosted or some shit. I remember I have unique monster possessed. I would like to have the possessed map boss. Maybe I have ran it on a test, sadly. Let me see. Possessed. Do I have any? No, I don't think so. Oh, hey, unique bosses are possessed. Alright. Let's just do it. Alright. Because possessed boss monster is slightly more dangerous. In the map, this map cannot run 90% reduced recovery. Right now, it actually can run no regen already, but less recovery, which just fucked up all the recovery method that we are having. So that is potentially pretty bad. Right. It's not the fastest mapper in the world, but it's okay. So yeah, it is pretty good for some like content that you need to kind of like stand still a little bit for an encounter. Let me just choose to click this one. By the way, if you want to, you do not need to make all the changes. You can still have the purity of element, and then just use this the Watcher's Eye in here to get like chaos resistances, which can allow you to have instead of the amethyst flask, you can have like a granite or a basalt for more armor. That is going to be very good as well. I just choose to go for this version. The reason that can also be good is if you have a lot of extra resistances, you can potentially click more altars, because there are altars that can reduce your resistances by like 100% if you take the double effect. So if you just have an extra 100% resistant on almost everything, that means you can click those and it doesn't screw up the build. For me right here, I kind of need to avoid those outer because having less resistances is just like a death sentence. Imagine right here I am having like 10% resistances. Suddenly I take like 10 times more damage, 9 times more damage. So that is a big no-no. But if you want like a comfy mapper and not really trying to push for anything else, then you can do a lot of extra resistances, which will allow you to click more altars. Right? That is a totally valid choice. The Chieftain Explosion from Hinekora's Death Fury, and then the Legacy of Fury as well. So double Fury is helping us to clear the map like much smoother. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I am trying out this essence farming a little bit. So far it looks pretty good actually. So if you are like interested, let me know. But it is pretty cookie cutter. Just take all the essences node and use some essence scarab and run the map. Alright. Let's just pop a portal here in preparation for getting out of the map. And we stand still. So here is the ghosted boss with only 7. Yeah, only 7. Not many. This is not a lot of essences, sadly. Maybe the map that I chose have like too low roll on the quantity of the map so it doesn't have a lot of monsters. So it doesn't have a lot of rare monsters as well, which reduce the total amount of essences that we can have. But yeah, pretty much. Maybe I will run like tier 17s with this. Let's just go for a tier 17 as well, because why not, right? Let me run some tier 17 that will have essences, because why the hell not, right? So in order to do that, first of all, I don't think I can do Ziggurat with essences on the fucking boss, because Katarina is a huge pain in the ass. Maybe with, other strategy I can do it, but here let's try the Abomination for the... Okay, so let me see. This one is probably very runnable already. This one is also pretty good. Let's just see. Map boss is accompanied by a synthesized boss. Let's go for this one, because it has a more spicy boss fight, right? Okay, so the essences I've been using is 2 essence scarab, one actually sulfide scarab. This one should be essences, but sulfide I'm testing out if I am getting a lot from this one, mining byproducts, right? So that is why I'm using sulfide scarab, but you can just use another essence. And here the natural rare monster is imprisoned by essences. This is very good if you run 8 mods, by the way, because there's a lot of monsters, a lot of rare monsters as a result. And yeah, one tier higher. That is just the setup. Okay, let me see. How are we dealing with this? This is a free auto mod. The burning ground does basically nothing. We are having elemental weakness on, but you can see the resistance is still the same because we are having more than 100% reduced curse effect. So in this case, right, let me try to actually just clear the whole map. And probably the this thing will run out. It just gives me maximum resistance is useless. Damage is nice, but movement speed is mostly what I got for the buff here, because yeah, we are pretty slow characters, so movement speed actually helps a lot. This build is terrible at defending the amber encounter here, by the way. The thing that helps is you can spam the penance mark. It does help to clear a little bit, but you always lose something on that encounter, because the monster can just ignore you and just go for the tree, which is horrible. Okay, this guy is a little bit tough. Let's just move on, because he will follow, right? Okay, another one. Cool. Lesser Eldritch. So take chaos damage is not a big deal. The explosion on the ground is not a big deal as well. Let's just drag this guy along, because technically we don't need to wait to stand still for the essence monster, because they will come with us, right? So just lure them and do a couple at the same time, because we can handle it. This guy have life regen. That is going to be a little bit tough to deal with. Not gonna lie. Let's just drag him on. Maybe something will explode his ass, and normally I think I just leave it out of the inventory, but normally I do have a frost bomb in here just to swap in sometimes when I need it. Yeah, when I need it to deal with this kind of situation. But this guy is pretty much free cast with stun prop all the time, so it's good. He's just scratching the character. It's okay. We don't need to worry about it. Okay. I will ignore Alvar for the sake of doing it quickly, right? So we don't need to waste like an extra minute on Alvar. So for the sake of the trying to get the biggest encounter that we can on the boss, which means the most essences possible, I am going to full clear the map before I get into the boss, so it will take a little bit of time. So bear with me here, right? Bear with me. Yeah, the regen monster. We should need, some way somehow to deal with the regen monsters. Frost bomb normally would just do the trick. I think that monster would just refuse to die. I think we left him behind. Okay, this guy seems to have a lot of ES, but after the ES is gone, I think we can deal with it fine. Right? He's not gonna be such a pain in the ass like the previous one. At least I hope. Okay, another one. So he is still a pain in the ass, but not as much of a pain in the ass as the previous one. Come on. Come here. I can kill you, so I will lure you in. Come to Papa. Come on. Let's just press the Vow Righteous Fire so we have more damage for a brief moment, and yeah, we just deal with that. Another one. This one should not be a problem. Normally, most of those essence monsters are actually worth pressing a penance mark if they have like 4 or 5 essences on them, because they are extra tanky. And that also means... Okay, let me just drop a freaking portal in here. We still have more essences to grab before we actually go to the boss, so I will do that. It will make the boss extra spicy. I have not tried this before, but you know what? What is the purpose of not trying to min-max a build if you don't limit test it, right? Nearby enemies gain 100%. Let's just do it. So basically, the boss is going to have an additional 100% damage from that altar. But I'll take it. Shit. The map is pretty damn big. Okay. The video is getting much longer than I initially planned. I don't think it's too bad, right? I will come back for the essence monster. I just want to clear the whole thing first. I will come back for those guys. obviously. This guy is not a problem whatsoever. Avoid. Okay, cool. Let me make sure that I don't left any essences monsters over. 11 monsters left, so I think it's pretty clear. Let's just take this way back to the boss, and we will meet, yeah, this guy on the way. So there's one essence monster, the regen one, that we left and didn't kill, so that can potentially be one additional essence on the boss. But, you know, dealing with that guy will just, first of all, lose one portal. I'm not sure if I'm going to die on the boss or not. So that is potentially pretty damn friggin' dangerous. And yeah, it will take more time as well. So let's try and see. Right here, right now, can we really AFK this piece of shit? Okay, I will try to put the mark on Chevron over here. I think she is the worst one. But technically, the mark on anyone is kind of the same because it just spawned monster and triggered the spell. The spell would just hit anybody anyway. Time to get some more coffee. Right? Holy shit. Something that just chunked me quite a lot, actually. Oh, by the way, if we get to like the corner over here, it is better overall because it just clumps up the enemies on one side. And so all the triggers is going to go for one side, and it would just... oh, this guy has some essences on it, actually. Sometimes it does chunk. This guy also have 3 essences on it. Oh, so they actually have essences on them. The last boss, I think the Trinity thingy is going to have more essences. But so far, we have been dealing with this pretty well. The amount of regen is 5k. Okay, we died there. But I think I've been handling it pretty well, alright? I think the character is there. It's not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Round 2. Round 2. Fight. I think the slam is probably the thing that is doing the most amount of damage. Okay, so we have the charges up. That thing is doing a lot of damage as well, as I see, because when it passed by, we do chunked a little bit. Okay, so Depraved Trinity. Is he marked? Yes, he is. So I would just stand in one corner over here and let... Okay, so this actually the essences got spread out to multiple bosses in here. Got it, got it. Maybe if we do another map, they will be all clumps up into one boss. Fortress, probably the golem is going to be very, very strong. But you know, this is kind of pushing it because technically, I'm just trying to screw myself over here by doing essences in tier 17 and do it to try to put a lot of essences on the boss. Normally, nobody's going to do it because I don't think there is really any reason to run essences on tier 17 because it doesn't affect by anything that is beneficial in tier 17. And so if you run in tier 16, you know, you can see how it works. And normally in tier 17, it should not be this hard. It should not be like a couple of essences that is affecting the bosses. Anyway, yeah. Also, the altar is giving them more damage. If I didn't take the 100% fire damage altar, I don't think I will die the one time there. But anyway, we kind of are limit testing. This video is long enough, so I will leave the link to this POB in the description, along with the couple of different POBs for 3 versions that I have made in the previous video, so you can have an idea of the cheaper budget version that we can have going on, right? So right here all the changes I've been going through, and you know, I have a couple of showcase test run on multiple things, including Essenced tier 17 boss. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. I hope you find this helpful or interesting in some way, somehow. And if you do, please consider to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. My throat is killing me right now, so I'm not going to sell out anymore. And thanks for watching again. Please leave a like and subscribe. Peace.